What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well and you're all having a great start to the week. Welcome to the crypto market update. This is the weekly market update, and actually this was supposed to be aired for you yesterday, but I am running a day behind, so apologies for that. I have been rejigging around my setup here at home in my home office. So anyway, irrespective, what we're going to be doing in today's video is talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin price action. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin dominance. We're going to be looking at some other altcoins as well. We're going to look at some news, what's been going on in the market in general. What is the sentiment really behind crypto right now, behind Bitcoin more importantly, and some other projects. We're going to talk about Pulse Chain. We're going to talk about some other bits and bobs. So bear with me. Today's video is going to be a bit more unstructured than my usual videos. And actually, if you prefer this kind of video, let me know in the comments down below as well. So anyway, let's get into it. Please understand none of this is financial advice. This is just my own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. If you want financial advice, seek a professional to do so. Let's start off with the Bitcoin price action. All right, and see what's been going on. Now, this is the daily chart, okay, and I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of analysis here, really. In this area, you can see we've had, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, quite a steep downtrend, okay, for Bitcoin. We were almost at 30k on Sunday previous, not yesterday, and we came all the way down to 25, right, almost 26k. So a big downhill trend, right, and by doing so we actually came down under the 50-day moving average for the first time on the daily chart since, well, March. All right, so a big move there, and that's why a lot of people are questioning right now the state of the crypto market, okay, or the Bitcoin market in particular, and why this downhill trend. But why the drop? Okay, there are a few reasons to it. I'm not going to explain everything, and I'm not going to go into it too technically, but the US government currently holds over 200,000 Bitcoin, and a rumor started a few days ago that it was planning on selling some of it. So that was one of the big news announcements that helped this downward trend start, and that has caused prices to slump, and it was made worse by the fact that two of crypto's biggest market making firms, Jane Street and Jump Crypto, also announced that they were exiting the US crypto market entirely. So that, and on the back of course the US government saying that they're going to be selling some of their Bitcoin, quite a bit of a move there. We also had some other bits of bad news that were of course pushing the Bitcoin prices lower last week. You've got the usual snowball effect, all right? So of course, as prices went lower, this meant that leverage traders, okay, who were in longs, who basically placed their bets that Bitcoin price was going to go up, of course saw their positions get liquidated, and as positions of course got liquidated, the price went down even more, meaning more liquidations took place. So you can see how that is kind of like a cascading effect there. So if you throw all of that in a big pot, you do get a lot of unease in the market with the current situation regarding the debt ceiling as well. Adding that into the mix, of course in the States, it's no surprise that crypto ended the week in the red, right there. So of course we can see today, we are seeing a bit of a bounce back, but we have just, as you can see here on the chart, getting ever so slightly, let me just zoom in a little bit there for that, to that 50-day moving average. For me, that's a big sign now of what's going to happen. If we're going to break through this, I'm going to want to see a retest and then to keep then a move higher to get us back in that kind of bullish momentum. But if we bounce from here and we come back down, we're going to be coming down to these 200 EMA levels, which is under 25k, and then from there of course it's anyone's guess. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin dominance. I don't want this to be a whole chart analysis kind of thing. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance was on the way down, but what I want to bring to your attention is something that I've noticed here. Okay, you can see I've set these lines already, something that I've been keeping an eye on actually for quite a few months, and this has actually been going on from May 2021, right? And what I'm seeing here, all right, what is quite evident is we're having this sideways choppy action. As you can see here, we come down to these lows of 38.79%, which is the low that we reached here in September 2022, and the highs of 48.99% which is, we've hit once, twice, and almost 3 times recently. And we're seeing this move. Now, why is this important? Okay, for me, if we are seeing Bitcoin dominance come up to these levels again, we can expect a reversal, that Bitcoin dominance is going to go down. But as with all analysis, right, technical analysis, what happened yesterday is not indicative of what's going to happen tomorrow. These lines and everything are always going to be broken at some point. But I just find it interesting. It's something that maybe if you're interested in Bitcoin dominance, you want to keep an eye on it. It's something you can do there as well. Let's have a look at very briefly Ethereum. Ethereum's sitting around the 1,800 level. Okay, it's a very strong point of control here. Again, of course, following Bitcoin, but I'm not going to look at anything else. We can look at USDT dominance as well. That's on the way down as well, which is expected. And I was going to show, I was toying with the idea of showing Pepe, not for any other reason other than to say, don't fall for bullshit meme coins. Right? This is my opinion. The one thing I want, if you are going to take anything out of this video, is don't fall for hype. Right, don't FOMO. Right, I'm sure you all know what FOMO is. Right, fear of missing out. Yes, you can make a lot of money on meme coins, especially when they pump like crazy. And Pepe did fucking pump like crazy. Actually, let's get that up as well. Let's just have a bloody look at it. Why not? You can see. I mean, the price went up to. I'm not going to say what the valuation of it is there, but it had a massive. I mean, even if you took from here upward to where it closed. 256% there, but as you can see, what went up, of course, has come down. Now, I'm not to say that this isn't going to pump again in a couple of weeks. All it takes is, I don't know, Twitter and God knows what else. But the idea is don't fall into the trap of believing the hype and going, I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. Quick money coming quick doesn't exist. Yes, you can get lucky, right? Yes, you could be one of the few 5%ers of traders who can make thousands of dollars a day. It's a very small minority. The chances of probability of you getting lucky, especially in cases like this, are incredibly thin. And especially if you're finding out about it after the fact, it's generally tends to be too late. The problem is you heard a lot of people saying, they became millionaires and everything else, and this is the kind of stuff that you want to avoid. Remember, this channel is all about navigating you through the world of trading and investing. Don't believe in fast money. All right, yes, fast money exists, but especially when it comes to meme coins, I can't stress it enough. I mean, especially when you've got advocates like fucking this dude. Where am I pointing? This dude here, right? It pisses me off. I'm having a right old rant today, but because this is the crypto segment, I'm toning the professionalism down a little bit, and kind of, you got guys like saying. In fact, actually, let me play you a clip as to why people like this should not belong in the crypto space. And this is what everything is. This is everything that is wrong in crypto right now. If we want crypto to succeed, we want to see mainstream adoption, we want to see Bitcoin really getting backed, you got to get rid of shit like this. You really do. Have a watch.
People coming out and saying, these meme coins, they don't have a lot of utility, they don't have a lot of value. Tell us about the value you think meme coins brings to the space.
Yeah, I mean, the only value any of these tokens have is the value that we place on them. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Pepe fans around the world, and when you see the price going parabolic, a lot of people get excited and jump on that. And if they build out some kind of crazy ecosystem, metaverse, games, who knows what they'll create. I'm sure it'll keep going. But the amazing thing about Doge for me and a lot of us is that in a time where pretty much everything is polarized and political, Doge is a great unifier. I think it's very unique in that regard, especially in the world of crypto where things are pretty tribalized in a lot of cases. So, I mean, I'm sure the Pepe thing will do well and go up and down like most meme coins, but I'm devoted to the Doge.
Anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to stop it there. You can go and watch this whole interview if you like. The idea is the same. you can't follow people like this. You can't follow tokens like this. I'm not saying don't, okay? If you've got a big portfolio of crypto already, if you want to diversify, you want to throw in your high risk ones in, yes, okay, fine, do it. As long as you've got proper, you've got things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You got things of utility in your portfolio, not things that don't have any utility. There's no space for this in this space. Now, there were other bits that I actually wanted to put in this video. I was going to look at daily transactions by daily users. I was going to look at charts showing tether outflows. I was going to show some risk signals, supply on exchanges, per sentiment, all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm not gonna add that in this video because I want to keep this video, again, just like my just like my weekly market update video that I do for you every week, like yesterday's one. By the way, if you didn't see that, and this relates to even you guys, if you are just in crypto, it's worth watching. You need to, in my opinion, have an idea of what's going on in the world, in the economy. Watch that video right here. I do a weekly update video, and alongside that I will be doing also the crypto market update, which is this one. But if that is something that you guys want to see, if you want me to really get into some real technicals, I can do. It will just be longer videos, but let me know down in the comments below. I will be happy to look at it if the demand is there. So let's take a look at some news, right? Some news articles. So we'll start off with this: Binance to exit Canada after country imposes new crypto rules. This was a big thing last week. Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange, said it's going to exit Canada after the country moved to impose new regulations on digital currency trading platforms. If you look at their tweet here, I think I've got it right there. This was the official tweet from Binance. They say here, unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges make the Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. Now, I believe another exchange also a few months ago did the same thing. Is what it is. I know CZ is constantly trying to fight for regulation and everything else, and that could of course also have maybe added flames to the fire of the Bitcoin drop last week. But yeah, quite interesting to see there with Binance. Moving on, we saw this as well. This was quite interesting. Governor Ron DeSantis signs bill prohibiting use of central bank digital currencies in Florida. This was quite big news, and actually, the more we see of this, the better. Of course, if you don't know what CBDC is, central bank digital currencies. In my opinion, the government's way of tricking you to use crypto, which actually isn't cryptocurrency. Okay, the whole idea of using Bitcoin is the fact that you have full control of your money and anonymity and all that kind of stuff. I will be doing a what is Bitcoin video at some point. But anyway, CBDCs, in my opinion, are not the way to go. Of course, you do have China. Okay, the Chinese yuan, I think they've been doing it since last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's been longer, and we're going to see the digital dollar happen. We're going to see the digital pound. We're going to see the digital euro. This is where the things are going. But if you're getting more senators and things like that, and similar people with power like this, talking about this and standing up for it, all the better, in my opinion. But yeah, that was some news there for CBDCs. On some other news, some more positive news, going full Bitcoiner, right? We've seen 1 million addresses now own 1 Bitcoin or more. Now, that's not to say, however, that that's 1 million individual people. People can have multiple addresses. That's something to take into account. But it's still, a relatively good fact. And we can see here we've got the chart, of course, showing the price point there, which is the orange in the background, and of course the purple line being the full BTC addresses. And we have now hit that 1 million mark. Of course, as Bitcoin did drop in price, it's made it more affordable for people to buy. Of course, buying 1 Bitcoin is not always attainable for everybody, because it is like half a year's salary or something in the States. But anyway, it has become more affordable from what it was, when it was at 68, 69k, right? Pulse. All right, Pulse and PulseX. Now, if you don't know what Pulse and PulseX are, okay, it's a project by this guy, Richard Hart. If you want to know more about Pulse, you can come to his Twitter page. Here you'll find all the links to Pulse and everything if you scroll down. And what Pulse is of course the new, like I said, Hex project. Okay, of course, Richard Hart is the one that created Hex, which did have, some very good success. And with Pulse, it was done very differently. Those who sacrificed, okay, this is sorry, was it? No, it was a couple of days ago. It was Saturday, right? It was Saturday when Pulse was finally launched. It was a big day, especially for anybody that sacrificed, right? And you got Pulse and you got PulseX. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs. You can YouTube it. There's loads of people, hexagons or whatever, chatting about it and actually way more knowledgeable about Pulse than I am. But the whole idea was with the sacrifice that you send your crypto to an address, and you essentially sacrifice your money to get in early with some added benefits. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because I did, and I think it's been 18 months or so. Throw it in the comments down below to remind me of that. But it's been a while, okay, since I sacrificed for both Pulse and PulseX. So it did launch on Saturday. Big, huge day for anybody who did sacrifice. And the idea was a couple of days later for the bridge to be open. And when the bridge is open, we would finally get a price on what Pulse and PulseX would be and be able to, of course, buy, sell, and do whatever you wanted to do with it. However, they have reached a bit of a snag. The bridge has been delayed. Think of that what you will. In my opinion, I think it's more of a hype move. I'm sure there are certain things that they probably are tweaking in the background as well. But it does make sense for a bit of a hype move to get more hype into the whole idea of buying Pulse and having people think, I want to get more Pulse, I want to buy Pulse, I want to get involved in the project, especially those who missed the sacrifice, because of course the sacrifice was, what was it, 20 something days, something like that. So yeah, they're hyping up. I don't think it's going to be longer than a week before the bridge is open, hopefully. Let's see, yet to be seen. But yeah, you can go and check it out. All the links are on Richard Hart's page on Twitter, PulseX.com, Pulse. I can't remember what the websites are. You can do your own due diligence there. But anyway, that launch, keep an eye out on it. If you did sacrifice, if you didn't, you didn't. And I think I'm going to call it a day there on the crypto market news update for the week of last week. Of course, we are now on a new week. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Bitcoin price this week. It'll be interesting to see what news and events happen also this week, and how will it affect crypto. I have got a playlist as well called Economic Data Simplified. You can click it right there. And if you don't know, especially I know a lot of people in the crypto space, not everybody of course, but there are a big number of people who are trading or investing or have been in crypto even for quite a number of years, who still don't know exactly what some of the economic data that comes out does or means, or how does it affect the markets, like GDP, like the NFP, like CPI, like Michigan statement, like consumer sentiment, like existing home sales, all this kind of stuff. How does it tie in to benefit your trading and your investing? How does it tie into moving the price? Does it move the price? Does it affect crypto? Or is it only currencies? Is it only equities? Whatever. There's a lot of mist, I think, for a lot of people. So check out that playlist. It should help you understand the correlation between price movements and these economic data releases that are put out for you every week. And I think it's important, if you are going to be trading and investing, whether it be crypto, whether it be Forex, whether it be futures markets, whether it be gold, oil, whatever it is, you should have at least a rough idea of what's going on in the economy. But anyway, that's enough ranting for me. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Help this video get put out in the YouTube space, so it can help other traders and investors alike. Expand that reach. It'll be really good for the channel, and it'll be good for other people as well that might find this content useful. So with all of that being said, hope you have a cracking rest of the week. Hope you've had a great start to the week, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.